you are now tuned into a brand new conversation right here at the only home that provides those intimate and intentional conversations, surely to make you feel like royalty, the People's Princess Podcast. I am your host, the HPIC, the Black People's Princess, Chicago Cinderella, Amaya Kai, and I am officially welcoming all of my American and Global Beauty League members back here to the Palace. And during this time that y'all be seeing this video or hearing the audio, it will officially be homecoming season at an HBCU, specifically the Fort Valley State University, the #1 public HBCU in the state of Georgia for the past 6 consecutive years. And what better way than to bring in homecoming season than to have an official FVSU homecoming special, where we celebrate the who's of Fort Valley State, all while getting to know their stories. And do y'all see this face? Do y'all see this face? You know what time it is when she come in here. Because when this content princess come in town, everything shut down.
Period.
Like, hello. You see her? Beauty right here.
No, I give my credit to her. Credit where it's credit due.
Thank you. All right, so before we get to go hear this lovely lady's voice, let me introduce you all to her. Coming from the Live capital city where legends are made, the Atlanta, Georgia, is a content creator and also, what's your major?
Marketing.
A marketing major who has very big dreams and which are coming true right now. At Fort Valley State, her tenure is not only very presentable, but when you see her, you know she's coming. With her bold personality, her sweet touch, and most importantly, everywhere you go, you are sure to know that she is the face that she wants to meet. At Fort Valley State, she has recently crossed as a Spring 24 initiate of those so devastating ladies of the ADA non-graded chapter of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated with the line name Masterpiece.
Oh, period. Now she know the details, baby. Now she know the details. I love that.
And is also a part of many organizations. Of course, one of your favorite organizations on campus, Campus Activities Board, and is also one of the top HBCU hosts. And I'm still mad at y'all for not voting her. I'm still mad.
Right, but we
gonna get into that. We gonna get into it, okay? She deserves it. And also, with that being said, she is also vice president.
I am
vice president of Campus Activities Board. So a lot of these events goes through this lovely lady right here. It has also created not only viral but intentional content for the university, along with many content creators here at Fort Valley State University. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you love her, and she is the upcoming diva on campus, Miss Kasyana Bouie.
First off, I just want to say intro 8 down. No cars. This all.
I was like, wait a minute.
Intro 8
it right.
She made me. I was waiting. I was like, let's see. She knew we down to the T. Okay. I just want to say first, I'm very, very thankful for you even thinking of me to be on your podcast. Like, this is such a safe space for you to even allow somebody in. So, I just want to many blessings to your podcast and just this whole year of just growing within school, within your podcast, because you never know what this can go to. I'm so happy to be on here.
Now, I might have missed a little bit of something in my intro.
What happened? What
how about you introduce yourself to the people?
Okay, y'all. Well, hey, y'all. My name is Kasyana Bouie, but I go by Kasy. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a marketing major here at Fort Valley State University. I also did cross Spring 24 in the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, ADA chapter. I'm in a lot of various campus organizations, whether that's Golden Student Ambassador, I'm a new student orientation leader, a member of the Metro Atlanta Scholar Association, a Definitely Campus Activities Board. I do a lot, and definitely in marketing and media agency on campus as well. So I got a lot of hats on campus, but I'm very, very humble. I'm just blessed. I will say I'm just blessed to even be in the position that I am. So yeah, I'm just excited.
And also the shirt. Let's talk about it. Look at the shirt.
Y'all can shop the shirts in Dora More Faith. It's on Instagram. By the time y'all see this shirt will be out.
Okay.
By the time y'all see
now I got the.
You got that God has put me in these last few years being here at Fort Valley. So this is great. I'm just glad to be able to just put my knowledge to anybody else and to talk about whatever, you know. And it's just a safe space, so we're gonna get into all this because I know y'all been asking questions. I know y'all want to get into what it is and what it's not. And guess what? This gonna be where y'all know. I ain't asking no questions on Instagram or nothing.
You just gonna see it.
Yeah, y'all gonna see it. This gonna be the release drop because I know y'all got no questions and I haven't said nothing.
Yeah.
She got the scoop. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
This gonna be it right here.
It actually said, of course, this is a safe space. So as you guys are watching it, feel free to bring out any snacks, drinks. Now, if you're under 21, but I know y'all do, but it's okay. But yeah, let's get into the exclusive with Miss Bouie here. So let's start off before Fort Valley State. So kind of give me a background into who Kasy was before she became a wildcat.
Okay, so before I was a wildcat, I was already a wildcat.
Okay.
I went to Lovejoy High School in Clay County, Georgia, and that was our mascot was Wildcat. So I was a wildcat before I even was a wildcat. So I moved to Lovejoy around like I want to say 5th grade year. But before that, I was born and raised in Riverdale, Georgia. So you know, that side of town was very like rough neighborhood. I grew up a single mother. It's just always been me and my sister. Of course, I have a brother. I have another big sister. But growing up in a single household, you know, we just really had to grow up early. So I had to not depend on myself, but really had to grow up early and just take care of me and my sister and help out my mama when times got hard. The same stuff I do now in college was the same stuff I was doing in high school and in middle school. Like my first time hosting was in, I want to say, what was that, 7th grade?
Really?
Yeah, 7th grade, middle school. A guy at that time, after I danced in middle school, they wanted to get me out my shell because I used to be shy. People would not notice. Yes, I was very, very shy because when I was growing up, I used to get bullied, so I was always shy. I was quiet. So once I got through all that stage in 6th grade, I really tried to get out my shell, and I would thank really the administration and the teachers there. Like I've always had a great connection with. I always tell people you gotta have a good connection with the people who are educating you. So I definitely say the teachers and faculty and staff at Middle School really brought me on my shell. Coach Doors, to be exact, he let me touch the first mic. I don't even know what it was that made him trust me. He was just, we had some guests. You know how in middle school you had guests come for pep rallies, and he let me meet the people. You know, back then that was like the hit them folks days. So he let me meet all them back then. And he was like, I want you gotta bring them out. You need to get the crowd up. Just do one little segment. And you know, I'm like, they not about to listen to me like I'm one of their students. So that was like my first time really touching the mic and filling out the crowd. And at first I was like, this is what I like doing this. Like I like getting people hyped. I like the energy. So I let that thing go until middle school. I did that throughout high school, and I was in everything you could think of. I did band, I did dance, I did basketball, I did golf, like I did drumline, like I did it all. I was a yearbook editor, so I had dibbed and dabbed into everything. My mom just let me be so creative and free. Just because growing up, you know, in our neighborhood, it was a rough neighborhood, so everything, if it was free, baby, I was doing it. And even if it wasn't, my mom would always find a way. So I just always kept that same mindset. Like I just had to be passionate in something because I never wanted to not, like I didn't want to come home after school. I wanted to stay. I just needed to be productive because it was boring. Like I was the only child at the time. So yeah, then when I got here, you know, I just kept not blooming. I want to say I kept growing in a person. I would say definitely it took some time to get to where I am right now because my freshman year, I will say I did have I want to say downfall, but I had like a, you know, when you come into college, well, for me, I had did so much middle school, high school, elementary. I was already involved in so much. I was like, okay, when I come to college, I just want to be Kasyana. Kasy is, everybody know who Kasy is. A lot of people don't know my real name is Kasyana. So I just want to be Kasyana. I don't want to be involved. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I said I didn't want to be involved, but once I got here and I wasn't involved, I felt like my mental had like shot down because I was so used. I'm a people person, so I was really just going to class and going to my room, going to class, going to my room. So it was making me depressed and all types of stuff. Like I was doing, that was still COVID. Like that was literally still coming fresh off of COVID, but COVID was still hot, so I had so many deaths in the family, different things that happened in life. So it just really played a toll on me. So I had to really like take a step back and like talk to God and was just like, you gotta continue doing what you were born to do. So and then once I got back my sophomore year, it was just like a 360 flip change. So that's kind of where that's who Kasy was before Kasy got here. So Kasy being this person, it just had some development and growing to do.
And that's absolute. I can see the development and the growth. Like, oh my gosh. All right. So next question: why Fort Valley State University?
Oh, okay. So crazy. It was never Fort Valley at first.
Really?
This, like, honestly, because I know like people like, oh yeah, Fort Valley's not my pick. No, to be fair, I never really looked at an HBCU. It was never like I wanted to go to HBCU. Because you gotta think, my mom was the only one. I was raised in a single parent household, so I already knew it was already gonna be financial issues trying to even go to college. So I was like, wherever I go, I need to make sure I have, they're gonna pay my scholarship or something. I gotta find a way. So, and at the time, I was big on vet tech. Before I became a marketing major, I was a vet tech major. So I was just trying to get into the best vet tech school. And at the time, it was Mississippi State. That's where I wanted to go. I had already got offered to go. I already got accepted to go to Mississippi State, but the scholarship wasn't enough to pay, and then that's out of state. So I just had to have a talk with God, like, is this really where I'm supposed to be at? I took a tour to their campus, and it wasn't like home. Like, you know, when you get to a campus, it's like I can't even describe. Like, anybody who's been at Fort Valley just know it's so family oriented. So I didn't get that feeling from there. Not to knock them, it just was. I think it was too big of a school for me. It just gave like very show off school. So when I came here and I did my first tour here, I was like, oh yeah, I like this school. This is before the CAF was where the CAF was. The CAF was at Lions Hall. It was, the school looked different when I first got my tour here. So I was so in love with it. My tour guide was amazing. So I just really had to think like, do I want to go out of state and be far from my family and not feel like I'm fitting in, or do I go almost not even 2 hours away, but I feel like it's home? So that Fort Valley just felt like home at that time. So I always say it was like God was like a blessing in disguise for me not going to Mississippi State. So Fort Valley had my major vet tech still. Even though I didn't stick with vet tech, I did marketing. I feel like it just led me into something better. So that's why I chose Fort Valley. I would say family oriented. That's just really why.
So going into the transition of changing your major from vet tech to marketing, why marketing, and what kind of gave you, that kind of spark to become a marketing major?
So I would say what really switched from vet tech to marketing. I was, like I said, my freshman year, I think I was going through so much. I'm not saying I declined in my work, because I always been, when it came to books, I was always book smart. Like, I had to make sure, when it comes to schoolwork, I didn't play by my sport, but at that time, my freshman year, I was just so low, I felt like I didn't do as good as I was supposed to, and I think I kind of fell out of love with vet tech. I think it was in the work as well. The work was just, I was like, dang, this is a different level, like, this anatomy is a whole different ballgame. Like, I'm taking, like, the labs. It was just a lot. I think I wasn't prepared for how much of the workload it was. And then once, and I'm be honest, very transparent, because I would tell people this, because this has happened. It happened. I failed my class. I think my freshman year, when everything was going on, you got to think my mental health was shot. I had deaths in the family. I failed 2 classes. What was that? Yeah, I failed 2 classes freshman year. So you got to think, I came in with a 3.8 GPA, failed in classes, and if you fail 2 classes, your GPA gonna drop down. My GPA dropped. I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, it was either I'm going home or I got to figure something out. So I was like, I'm gonna stick it out. I took summer class. Like, I was not playing by my GPA. I'm like, I gotta get the GPA back up. I took summer classes, but throughout the midst of that, shout out to Ms. Wheels, because she was really the one who, I already knew I was gonna change, but she was already telling me, like, what I did content graphic. That was already something I already did. I just never knew I could be in a field for it. Like, I knew we had to major for it, but I was just like, I didn't think I could switch my major. I'm like, it's probably already too late. I'm already vet tech. But no, it wasn't. It's never too late to change your major. So I was like, why not do something that I'm very passionate? People see how much time and energy I put on creating videos, creating graphics. When it comes to content, that's just me. So marketing in general. So I changed to business management first. And so it was like, why not do marketing? That's more so what you're aiming for. So I switched to marketing, and I've been in love ever since. Like literally, like from the start that I've done marketing. I mean, got into the business field. I just loved it. I think it catered more to me. Not saying. I think my thing was because a lot of people, because you don't have to be. I could have still been a vet tech major and still did content. I'm doing marketing. But it just felt like, why not? Like, why not get on all the hands-on experience with marketing that I can? So when I leave here, I already have that degree. If I know I'm not going to use a vet tech degree, so that's really why I switched.
And for those who are watching that are not only just freshmen in college or just coming into college in general, like she said, it is 100% okay to change your major because, especially at an HBCU, there are many opportunities through organizations and clubs that will provide you with opportunities that Kasy actually mentioned for you to realize your potential. So going into your content, if you had to describe your content in 3 words, what would it be?
Okay, describe my content in 3 words. I would say relatable, stylish.
Okay.
Let me get another word. Let me see. And bold. Those are my 3 words I would say about my content. Yeah.
Okay. If you would like to, can you elaborate on why you chose those 3 words?
So I would say my content is very relatable, and this with throughout Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's just I'm the type of person you're not gonna get like a fake. Hey y'all, I'm not doing that voice. It's like who you see is what you get. So whether I'm sick, you're gonna see that on YouTube. Whether I had a bad day, you're gonna see that through YouTube or TikTok. It's so relatable because one thing about me, I'll tell people I'm a baddie on a budget. I'm gonna show you how to put an outfit from Shein together and make it look like it came from Zara or the highest end store. So that's why I say it's so relatable. But then I also could tell you, like, okay, you can throw a high end little purse with it and make it look like something. So that's why I say my content's so relatable for the people who like come from where I'm from, where money just not like that. So I make it relatable, but then also it's stylish because I show you how you can still dress nice without doing way too much or spending way too much. And I want to say it's bold because I'm very big. I like taking risks or just going out there. Like sometimes I like to get out of my comfort zone. Like I just like to be different. Of course everybody does content, but it's just like what makes you stand aside from somebody else. Maybe it's your personality, the way I talk, or maybe me just being funny or just being authentic. So that's why I use those 3 words.
Okay. I have to sit back and be like So let's also go into, I believe, one video you did with Anaya. It kind of went viral.
It's about
the first home game. So for those who do not have any context, it was around the time of the first home game.
I think that was the first. Yeah, that was the first home game.
The first home game against
Waters, I think.
Yeah. So how did it feel to have you and Anaya's collaboration go viral and also bring in a little bit more of traction for Valley State?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. When I'm making videos, okay, so the way it worked with me and I already said we want to do some type of video together. We both already work with the MMA, which is Media Marketing Agency, which is the marketing department on campus. And usually, what happens, we'll make our own videos and we edit. But it was like we want to make a video together. So we both got different angles, different footage. And shout out to Anaya because she edited that thing up. We both just, that's kind of how we are. Maybe one day I'll edit it, or it just depends on who working with who. So we'll figure that out. So it felt good because honestly, in that mindset, I was just happy. I just love creating. I just love capturing moments. So if you can see us on that field when they scoring touchdowns or they doing little dances at the camera, it just made me feel good. Like, we caught that moment. Just catching those little moments. So I pay attention to every little detail, even with the band, getting the crowd. Because I feel like when you see yourself, I feel like if I'm in a video, if I see myself in a video, it makes you even more happy. Like, dang, you see yourself in that video. That's how I feel. So I like to try to capture everything that people may not see or when they're at the games. But it did feel good. I didn't even realize, it was getting the traction that it did till after.
Really?
For sure. Even doing we did a video for the school, and then me and Anaya did a video together.
Oh,
yeah, so we did one separate for the school, and then me and her, and then I edited one for me and her. Just with the song, it's just I just love getting in my creative mode. I think it was such a great. I love collaborating. I'm especially with somebody who also is creative. I'll collaborate with somebody who's very, very creative. I love that. So 10 out of 10 experience. I love doing that.
Now, also, if you had to collaborate with anybody, it could be from an HBCU, anybody in the industry currently, who would it be?
If I could collaborate with anybody on basis of what, like make a video, or
basis not only just making a video, but in terms of your content style or just in general.
I would say if I could collab with anybody, I'm not gonna use somebody here because I can. That can be happen. That can happen easy. Who would I collab with? Okay. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm trying to think. Let me think of my HBCU students. I'm trying to think. School-wise, I just love, if it based off the energy, if I had to collab to do something for some other school based on energy and school-wise, I would probably do FAMU. FAMU is so turned. Or Clark. I have some friends in Clark, so like Jaden, he's really big at Clark. I love him down. I think, I'm trying to think who person-wise. I don't know, I just, sometimes, okay, when I say collab, it just very, very depends, because me personally, I think I work better, like, if I do a video and I record, I can edit it better, because I know what kind of style I'm going for. But I work good with people as well, so I don't know, I'm very open. I'm not even going to say anybody, I just say, I'm open to work with anybody. I love collaborating, especially with two great minds, just going at it, so really anybody, I'm not even going to lie. But, if it was somebody famous, I would love to work with like Chris Brown's team. I love his marketing team. If y'all see his 11/11, the whole detail.
If you didn't go to the tour, you missed out.
That tour was 10 out of 10. But if I had to work with somebody famous, I'd probably work with like Chris Brown or like Tiana Taylor, because when it comes to their graphics, creative design, they 10 out of 10.
I see you working with Chris Brown and Tiana.
Yeah, that's my vibe right there. Like that creative flow. Yeah.
So coming into your junior year at Fort Valley, let's kind of go into your hosting. What kind of inspired you to have your style of hosting in terms of the events, and most importantly to bring people out?
Okay, so last year, going into my junior year, it was more so of, I'm trying to think. I got my first really spotlight for real through Cab. So I think once people see, okay, she natural with holding a mic. And it was, I think once people realized, like, yeah, she hosts them Cab events, have her host this pet rally, I was like, oh, okay, cool. To me, that's my lane. So I think my style, I always have to kind of learn the school. So I had to make sure I knew chants. I had to make sure I knew different, just stay up on feedback, events, learning things, because you always have like little filler moments where maybe we not switching into the next segment. I need to know some chants. Let's do some chants. Or crowd engagement. I think my biggest thing, trying to see who go to, like where the freshmen at, where the seniors at, that type of thing. I think my biggest thing when I'm hosting something, I'm very big on the energy, the vibe, that and the DJ. If the DJ is great, then I'm gonna do great, because if I got a good DJ that's helping me out with music, or not even just trying to keep the vibe. I just love. My hosting style is more so very fun, but like auntie, like there's
not auntie.
It's like auntie vibe. Like I'm coming down, I want to I'll come down to the crowd. I'll talk. I like to bring the mic to you. I like to just be very involved hosting. I don't like to be very in my shell, and I love to host with people. Like most times, I'm always hosting with somebody, and at times I'm not. I still have fun. I feed off of other people's energy. So that's my hosting style. I like to get people going, because I know when you hear somebody like. I always think about when I'm hosting, if I was sitting in the stands, what would make me respond? What would make me get up? What would make me dance? What would make me do this? So that's what I do with my hosting style. So my junior year was I learned a lot. I will say that. I think my junior year I also did learn a lot for hosting, like what I want to do this year, just different styles and what I want to say, or maybe how I want to wordplay things, and getting more involved with the school. So definitely, I'm being on my big one this year. Hopefully, they call me on once.
Out of all of the events that you hosted, if you had to say your top 3, what would it be?
Okay, my top 3, and I'm not gonna say in no order, just the top 3.
No order, guys. We're gonna put that down there.
Yeah.
In no order.
No order. I would say, I don't know, would this even count? Okay, so I have to give it up for FSU 28 NSO week. We threw them a pep rally.
Mm-hmm.
Energy was off the roof. I just think they gave so much energy. It was just like crowd participation was on 100. Definitely that. I think my other favorite event hosted, where it was just great energy. I don't know if y'all remember. This is right before. I don't know if it was football. It was in the gym. I don't know what. I don't know if that. Homecoming prep rally. It was homecoming prep rally. We had that in the gym. That was great energy. I think that was like me, Kevin hosted that. Yeah, it was just me and Kevin. We had a little balloon pop. I love that. That was great. I just because of how interactive it was. And then something else that I posted that's been really great. Any cab event, I love doing cab events. Cab events is just all in itself. That's its own category. So I'll say those 3 things are like my top. I love hosting those type of events. Well, they're my favorite. Yeah.
And now let's see this. If you had to bring any event on campus, what would it be?
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna really say because some of the events we got Cat working on. We're trying to bring a little something different. But if I had to think outside the box of some of the events that we still trying to work on. Y'all always seen like the proms, like you want to bring up like the prom, the like college version to the school. Event I want to do. We've done this before last year, but this is around the time a lot of people are already going home. But a big adult field day. Like you remember when you was in elementary and y'all did field day, the egg toss, all that, like the jumping on the bouncy house, the hopscotch, like a big field day, relay race, like big because everybody always also we have a big yard. We don't use it, so definitely like a big field day. What else? We pretty much do everything else. You know, I'm gonna keep some things under wraps because we got some stuff coming up in a few months. But yeah, I'm definitely always open to everything. I love doing like Oxcore Awards. If y'all know Oxcore Awards, I've seen it done at other schools, HBCU schools. So I would love to have it done here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not me getting exclusive.
Yeah, just a little. It's cute.
September, not gonna say too much.
October. It's gonna be fun. Cal got shot some new little different things coming up.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool. So now going away from the content side, let's talk about your fashion. Cause girl,
I be trying.
Listen.
On a budget.
I promise. For you to say on a budget, it don't look like it's on a budget.
I promise.
It's not.
Promise and a pinky, I don't spend much money. I swear. Anything when it came to fashion, this is where my fashion sense came from. Just going back from where I grew up, we just didn't have that money to be going out and buying J's. I bought my first ever pair of J's when I was in like middle school, and that was my first and only. I didn't like Jordans. I was never a Jordan type of girl. No. I think it was more so because Jordans were expensive, and I wasn't about to ask my mama to buy me no Jordans at the time, knowing they was expensive. So I just always learned like, okay, if we can't afford this, I need to learn how to piece stuff together that I do have. So back when I was in school, and this was when uniform, like you had to wear khakis, whites, I was still putting that on because that's all we had. So I was like, I was cool with putting a white and a khaki on because guess what? Back then when they had the Hello Kitty glasses, I was putting them on. Yes. I'm gonna go back to elementary. Them boots, the clear boots. I know y'all. I don't know why, but I thought those were so cute. And
I forgot about
the knee-length socks. I had the color ones. I was just so into my like just different. I just wanted to add something like it could be a basic outfit, and I was gonna add a purse, or I maybe add a little jacket, something that was just gonna make me stand out because I didn't have. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, if I had to go to school in today's age, in middle school, elementary, baby, I couldn't hang with them because them kids now, they Amiri down,
Rick Owens, oh my gosh.
I ain't got that. So when I started making my own money, I was like, okay, I can actually tap into my style, but I still didn't just splurge. I'm the type of person, like anybody that I bought stuff for, they know. I'm the type of, I splurge on other people than myself. Like, I would buy my mom and my sister a designer bag before I buy myself one. That's just how I am, because it's just, I'm not intrigued to it, but I know other people like it, so if that's something you want, I'll buy it. But I'm just so, like, I'm such a budget type person, like, and I'm just now trying to get out there, like, now, because I'm trying to get more into the fashion, so I'm learning, like, okay, you do gotta spend some money.
Yeah.
On, you know, if you want this really, really nice shirt, you gotta spend some money. You want these really, really nice shoes, you gotta spend some money. So that's just always been me. I've just always been a fashion person. Like, I just love the way clothes make you feel. So yeah.
So going into a little bit more of your fashion, what kind of would be the perfect Kasyana outfit like?
Ooh,
from the hair, nails, lashes. Tell us what kind of makes a perfect outfit for Kasyana.
Okay, so the perfect Kasy starter kit, what I would say is, usually I usually have my lashes on if I'm home, but when I'm at school, I don't usually get my lashes on.
Okay.
Because my lash tech is back home. Trent, I love her down. Lash and Laura on Instagram. That's the only person I let touch my whole face. If I do get my lashes done, I'm getting a little mega volume set. She already knows. I can't even tell you what map she used, because she just knows me. I was on her for years. I used to be a long nail girl for the longest. Like, I used to get long nails. I don't even know why I used to get nails like that long. Once I got older, I love a cute regular set, get my short nails done, and I'm cool. Shirt wise, I probably do an oversized shirt, box crop shirt, or a crop top. Now, like pants, I love a baggy pant. I stopped wearing skinny jeans like 2 years ago. I don't really like skinny jeans like that.
Me neither.
I don't think I used to be in skinny jeans like my freshman year, sophomore year a little bit, but I really got out of that. I just love a good baggy jean, baggy pant type of look with a crop top, or maybe a baggy shirt and some shorts. Shoes, it just really depends. I love New Balances. I love New Balance down. I wear anything New Balance. And I love Aces. I'm just not getting into Aces. So that's really what a Kasy fit will look like. Like in my head, if you look on my page, everything has like it's a balance. Like if it's a crop top, it's probably gonna be a baggy pant with it. Like if it's a short, it's gonna probably be a baggy shirt. Like I just kind of like the balance.
Yeah. So if there was anything kind of like nostalgic for you that inspired your style, let's kind of throw in like the Barbies, Bratz dolls, like what kind of gave your style not really an evolution, but more of a defining moment for you?
Ooh, okay. Well, I've always been a Barbie girl.
Really?
But I'm a Bratz girl.
My
mama always, I have both. But like, when people bought me stuff, they always bought me Barbies. They had Barbie Dream House, cars. Yeah. But I was a Bratz girl in the inside, so I was like best of both worlds type of thing. I think what kind of sparked my style a little bit. I used to love the way like boy bands would dress, so like Mom's Behavior, Justin Bieber, that swag, something about the nice baggy pants. Yeah. It used to be so ugly. I don't know why. The vest, like I don't know, it was so cute. OMG girls, like they definitely altered my whole We Are Charmed, like all of that back then just altered my style. But yeah, I don't know. I used to always color my hair. Like I was just so free when it came to me, my clothes. So that's really just altered my style. Just the people I listened to at the time, the music. But growing up, like I said, I've always, like my idols growing up would always been like Chris Brown, Future, like growing up in Atlanta, I loved Atlanta rappers, so I just love that style, but not the skinny pants. But I just love being different, like, and I love, like, when I look at fashion wise, I always look at Dior, Dior. I love the way they dress. Yeah. So that's definitely what I tend to gravitate more to.
I do see OG girls, Dior.
That was
Dior, yeah.
That was me. Hold on, OG girls. Let me tell you, I was all three of them, but I definitely was baby doll.
You was baby doll?
I was baby doll to the T.
I was star.
You was star? I was baby doll. And this how like me and my friends, we had a whole girl group when we was in elementary school. Yes, we used to all have the Hello Kitty glasses, the tutu, the skirt, y'all remember that song, Tutus and Cheetah Shoes?
Why? I've heard of it, but I'm like, girl, I gotta have it played for you. Like,
yes, girl, that was our whole little era. Like, you couldn't tell us nothing, literally.
That tutu era, you had to either get it custom made or you had to learn how to make it yourself.
Girl, we would just be sharing each other's and wearing it. So yeah, that was definitely what kind of altered my style.
And let's kind of throw this out. If you had the chance to style any celebrity, who would it be?
Tiana Taylor, cause she's so open. I just love the way she just open to everything. She look good at everything. Tiana Taylor, Desior, Diera, they're my top three. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I like their style. I like how they different. I just love the way they dress.
Now, if we had to go outside of the box here, if you had to start your own line of anything in terms of kind of giving somebody that perfect Kasy starter kit, what would it be?
If I had to start my own like brand or something?
Yeah, brand.
If I was to start my own brand, I don't know. I never really saw myself starting a brand.
I see it though.
For real?
I see it.
Oh, girl.
Like a good lip gloss.
A little lip gloss.
Shoes.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe like do time like in the future when I get like really, really up there. Probably like a little lip gloss line.
Yeah.
Maybe like, I don't know, I feel like
lashes.
Maybe lashes, I don't know.
I see lashes and lip gloss.
Lashes and lip gloss. Maybe I would do something like that. I don't know. Maybe hair product or something.
Ooh,
I don't know. I never really found myself doing anything like brands, clothing. I just I'm just so big and supportive about the people who do stuff. So I don't know. I just let my people do their thing, and I just kind of stay in my lane when it comes to it. But if God ever put that on me, baby, I'm gonna go and take that thing all the way out. I'm telling you. As I should.
So also during the tenure of your junior year, you also ran for Miss Fort Valley State.
I did. I did.
Look back at the camera.
I did.
So let's kind of talk about the planning of that. What kind of made you choose your theme, which was That's So Raven turned That's So Kasy?
It was.
Because let's talk, the graphics.
Thank you.
Amazing. Like, oh my gosh. For those who don't know, HBCU campaign season is hell.
Child.
You gonna spend money.
So I would literally say, a lot of people don't know, a lot of the graphics that were done for my campaign, those were made by me. So
what?
Yeah. So going into it, I never really I knew, because I had friends who already ran, they had positions. So I was always getting like little, not during campaign, like way before. I was asked, first off, I never really knew if I really wanted to run or not.
Yeah.
So once I did, I was just like, okay. I didn't realize how much money people really spend until it came down time to it. And I always gotta think, my pockets, we ain't got like that. So everything I do is on a budget. I gotta think about me, my mama. Like, it's just, we don't have them sponsorships. How other people can just call somebody to sponsor them, which a lot of people don't know. A lot of people campaigns get sponsored by somebody, or they know somebody who will sponsor it. I didn't have that. Everything with me, my mama, and my cousins, and like my family who was helping. So I made the graphics. At first, I was gonna get a graphic made. I did not know people were charging like $500 to make like 4 little flyers. Yeah, let me tell y'all, this like real, because what's so crazy, me saying this now, I have a whole video like that I was going to put out on YouTube, because I vlogged my entire experience, camp from the start to the time it ends. So if y'all was there, like if y'all knew that whole time, the good, the bad, all that was vlogged. I just never put it out. I never edited it, I never put it out. Maybe one day I'll put it out. I don't know. We'll see. I just kind of let that thing go by. But it really was. I didn't realize how expensive it was. So I was just like, I'm not spending $500-$600 for 4 little flyers, and I need a lot of flyers. So I made a lot of those things myself. We went to like CVS to print banners and get note things to put up. My auntie, shout out to my cousin, my cousin Millie. She wanted the mill events. That's who did my backdrop. She did my chip bags, those Capri Sun things that would have my face on it, had my logo. She did all that free of charge. She shipped all my decorations down here. So a lot of the stuff we did, we had to do like on here. We did our candy bags, me and Cole, we did all those before, like days before. So the preparation is very, like, I would definitely say you really need a strong team. Yeah. And I would say at that time, I really didn't have no strong team for it. It was just really me and Cole, like, honestly. It was just me and Cole doing everything. So I think anybody who is campaign, you really need a strong team. I definitely say get a sponsorship, because when it comes showcase, campaign, buying clothes, it's so expensive, like, so expensive. You go through so much, and then through that, I was in the process of crossing, so it was a lot at one time.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that was. Whew.
I'm still thinking about that money.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They had to blow a bag on different days, and you have to make an event. Like,
I think that's a lot of people don't realize. It's like
yeah.
the people put so much money into the events, and I was just like, how can I make events and not make it seem like I'm overdoing it?
Yeah.
Because as my time since I was a freshman here, I've seen people bring animals here. I've seen people bring a whole like
Animals?
yes, they've done many zoos. I've seen them do like the destroy the cars. I've seen like the Michael Jackson experience. I've seen people do so many different things, and I'm just like, these things cost thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And like hundreds and hundreds. It's just like, I don't realistically.
Yeah.
It's just very it's a big financial responsibility, but yeah, that was that money wise campaign. Yeah.
If you had to change anything about your experience in terms of running, what would it be?
Not running.
Ah!
That was the only thing I would have just not ran. I think honestly, I mean, I already feel like I already saw her. This is nothing is off limits. I think more so when I ran, it kind of like it showed me how people would like
Really act. Yeah.
It'd be like I said, I've never had an issue here on campus. Nobody's ever said I was rude, mean, call me out my name. Nobody's ever put that in my character. So when I ran, I was like, where's all this coming from? It just was like, like, what you trying to do something good, just all this hate came out of nowhere. And if I would have known half the stuff was going to go on during the campaign, I would have just still
dropped out.
Not even. I would have never ran, honestly. So I think I wouldn't have done nothing different. I think what I would have done, I think I would have mentally wise, I wouldn't have listened to a lot of the stuff people were saying, but that was more so people sending me stuff. You know, that played a part. Just looking, you know, nobody. Of course, you don't want to see what nobody's saying, but at the same time, you want to see what somebody's saying.
Yeah.
So I would have probably never. I would have been looking on Facebook every second trying to see what they were saying about me, because that was what was making it worse at the same time. But I got a very strong backbone, but. Yeah. I was already going through so much that whole month. Like, I was online and campaign. Like, if people didn't realize that until after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can't say, you know, it was just so much. My mental was just shot. But I would say definitely, I don't know. I really, honestly, I probably wouldn't have. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I probably wouldn't have ran, but everything happened for a reason. I would just say that everything did happen for a reason. So.
I will say your resilience throughout that week. Oh my gosh.
Y'all don't know, it's being prayed up. Like, that's honestly that whole week I was just being prayed up, because like the devil was trying to stop me so many times. It's so many people try to play on my character. It was just that's just not the person I am. I think, and a lot of times I think it was trying to like take me back to a place that I used to be, and that wasn't me. Like, I'm not about to. I think it was really trying to put me out of my character, because I know how I used to be. So I was like, I'm not going to feed into what somebody wants me to be. So when I say I was prayed up that whole week, not even before that week, after that week, I was just prayed up every single day. Literally, I was on the phone with my grandpa, my mama, every day. Like, it was so many times I was crying in the car. Before some of them events, I was crying. After some of them events, I was crying. It was just so much. Not even, because a lot of people didn't know, because I never spoke on it. I think I made one video on Instagram, and that was just to say, to address, like, stop putting, like, at that point, I was already irritated. It's like, I wasn't even irritated. It was just like, I was so frustrated, overwhelmed. Like, I just didn't even, I wanted to exclude myself out of that whole process, but it was already too late. I didn't want to drop, but it was already like, it was so much going on within a matter of the 2 days of voting. It just was like, because the day before voting, everything was cool. As soon as the voting day started, it was like,
everybody just started showing their ugly side.
I was like, oh my God. So, but I had to stay prayed up. I had to stay prayed up that whole time. But
so now let's go into the Delta side.
The Delta side.
Let's talk about you being Masterpiece, because when she came out, when they said her name, the way I screamed, y'all. I'm gonna insert a clip after.
That was such a, like a, oh my gosh, that was so, it felt so good. Like, that was such a thing. Like, I've always knew what I wanted to do growing up, being a little girl. Like, I already knew what, I seen the light before I saw the light. Like, I knew what I wanted to do. So, and after just coming from losing campaign, then I don't think I had dropped yet. No, lose the campaign, and then it was just already so much feeding in with the campaign or the whole just the core at that time. Just it was so much. I was just like, I'm just ready to just get like I'm ready for people to know. I was already online. I'm just ready for people to know like this what I've been doing. Like people didn't know what nobody knew what I was doing.
Yeah,
literally nobody knew what I was doing. Besides like my mama, like the people that they had told, but like nobody knew what I was doing. So
yeah,
it was so like it was such a I was overwhelmed of joy. Like I was so happy to see my family and then just like when you hear them calling, I feel like people knew it was me once I came out my tattoos.
I did not. Cause I was like, what?
I was like, they gonna know as soon as I walk out and we got this mask on. So I'm like, I'm whole sleeve covered, but like as soon as they take them shades off and you hear my name called, I was just like, and you hear the response from the crowd, it just really like, it put me in like a drive, like, it just made me so happy after having so much hate
happening for you.
Yeah, so it just made me feel so good, like, honestly, that was the best time ever, you know, just doing great. I think God for even allowing me to be in the sorority, so.
In your eyes, what does it mean to be a woman of Delta Sigma Theta?
In my eyes, what is a Delta woman? So what I say a Delta woman is someone who is strong, someone who stands up, someone who speaks when, you know, whether it's good, whether it's bad, but someone who stands up for what's right, you know. I think a Delta woman just has so many traits that you look up to. Like, what I looked up as a Delta woman was my cousin. People I seen that were Deltas who were doing such great in the community. So it wasn't just, oh yeah, she got that look. It wasn't nothing physically that was a Delta woman to me. It was the impact that I seen them doing. So whether it was what politics, what just voters registration, because growing up, I never really was deep into politics until growing up, getting older, and I was like, okay, you know, this stuff is very serious because it's affecting us. Like we're the new adults, honestly. So, a Delta woman she got something about her that you just.
It's the essence.
Yeah, it's the overall essence. It's the way she talks. It's the way she graces a room. It's the way she carries herself. It's the way you can tell she out in public. It's the way she talks. It's the way. It's just the way a Delta woman does anything, whether it comes just her manners, her mannerisms. Everything is just to a T that I love about any Delta woman, honestly. And then to give back, I've always been very heavily involved in community involvement. So this was just like the ad, like it was light work. Like now I'm actually able to do really big stuff because I've already done that. So I was like, this ain't nothing to me. Like I embody everything as a Delta woman. So just doing it times 10 was just like exactly what I was meant for. So.
Now, with your love of community service, if you had to kind of really implement one community service project that would be not really near to your heart, but kind of like get you into your zone or your lane as a Delta woman, what would it be?
Are you talking about something I've done before? Or just
probably just either done before or just if you had the opportunity to bring an idea for community service forward.
Okay, so I will say too, so when I was back in Atlanta, it's not Hosea Feed the Hungry. Well, I've done that with my mom multiple times, but it's actually like, it's where you build boxes, but you build toys, different things, clothes for students, but they ship them off to Africa for schools in Africa for students who don't have anything. And that was very fun to me because I was there all day. And then for one, I went by myself and I met so many different people, like so many amazing women. It was just men were there. That's one of the things I like. I'm just such a people person. I like to just meet people. I like to meet people that I don't know. That's one thing. That's my downfall and my good fall. Like I'm such a people person. And then another thing is giving back, making hygiene boxes, and you know, I think a lot of females who don't have stuff, you know, taking it to shelters, because it's always females who need hygiene products. So if I could implement something on campus, I love a good drive. Not toy drive, but more so feminine care drive. Or even for men, like what can we give back? Maybe we could do free haircuts, free hairstyles. I think of stuff like that the community actually need. Let's go to some of these schools. Let's see what these students need. They need some shoes. I've seen some churches, they do like a shoe drive. They give out old shoes, old clothes, or, you know, they donate enough money to get these new things.
Yeah.
So I love anything that helps kids without, because I just remember, I just know there are kids that are without, and I remember when I was that kid, that was not that I was without, but I know that I was a kid that I didn't have as much, so I just know how that can help somebody who may not have a 2-parent household to finance stuff like that. So I love anything we give back. So yeah,
I had to again sit back, because this is real life. Like, people don't really understand. Like, a lot of the communities that we live in have a lot of women, kids, or just in general that don't have a lot, and it's very important to kind of bring that to the forefront. So, of course, thank you for saying that, because we don't really hear stuff about that. And, of course, with this show, it's very important to bring that to the attention, regardless if we realize that or not.
And then a lot of people don't realize most of your HBCUs, if you see what area they're in those low-funded areas and communities. So most of the time they don't have. So it's just like, you know, whatever we can do to give back, why not? You know what I'm saying? Unless if we all get together, you know, why not give back? Because, you know, it sucks because it's like we have these big HBCUs in these areas that are struggling, that don't have it out. Then they, you know, it's always people like, why is it crackheads down the street from my college? You know, what can we do to implement better things? What can we do to get them into shelters? You know, I always think about stuff like that.
So going back into, you did mention your relationship with God. How has God allowed you to evolve as not only a Fort Valley State University student, but just in general?
I would say my relationship with God, I've always had a very, very close connection with God. I think growing up, I just grew up in a church home. I just always grew up in the church. But, you know, as a kid, as a kid, you were going to church. It wasn't like
it was no discussion at all.
No discussion. But of course, as we got older, my mom was very like, you know, build your own relationship. So I think once I started realizing, you know, what we were actually going through, like the struggles we were going through, I had to build my own relationship with God. Like, and there's been many times where my relationship has failed off with God, but I always repaired that. Like coming in my college year, I think I really got tested like high school and college, like about really, you know, repairing my relationship with God, because I really needed Him. That's when like my mental was going through. I was becoming an adult. I was becoming a preteen at that time. Not even a preteen. I was 18 at that time. Then I turned 20. Now I'm 21. Like, it's just, I'm going through real life things where I have to actually call on God. So I had to really learn, you know, how to call on Him. You know, just having to be more educated on God and just reading the Bible. I may not go to church all the time, but I definitely am big when it comes to everything. I put God at the forefront of everything I do. Literally, like everything I do, wake up, pray, go to sleep, pray. Like, God, I always say God has took me out of so many bad situations and put me in many great situations. So that's how I know, like, God's just real. And I always tell people, like, anytime something bad going on, like me and my mom, we always say, like, there's something bad going on in life, like, or we get to a point in life, you know, we going through it. We always say we already know when God takes us out of this, it's gonna be times 10. Like, it's gonna be whatever God got at the end of this, it's gonna be amazing. So I always keep God first in everything I do.
Yeah, y'all impressed with everything, but this.
This literally is my second podcast I've ever done.
Are you serious?
Yes, I did my first podcast and I was a freshman in high school, and that was like a group podcast. So this is my first one-on-one podcast. So I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. I do talk a lot. So if you gotta cut some of this aside, girl, I talk.
And that's all right. At least you talk. You know, like, it's fun to have these conversations, especially with like people who have made their biggest mark on campus, like you have along these years. So I got 2 more questions, and then I'll let y'all go, but when y'all watch this, make sure y'all stay for the rest of the week.
Please do, because it's going to be amazing.
Please, thank you. It's not an accident, I'm telling y'all. I will pull up to y'all house and find you.
And I got all that. I'm pulling up.
I don't troll, I pull up. No Cardi B.
We pulling up. You gotta stay tuned for the rest.
Literally. So, with this question asked, what's next for Kasy?
What's next for Kasy? Oh my gosh. Well, what's next for Kasy? Kasy is just doing bigger and better things, just developing and working on my craft with graphic design, marketing, just learning more of the ins and outs. Just, you know, trying to dibble and dabble in everything. I'm trying to get into actually videography. I'm trying to get more into, you know, I'm trying to be just overall talented, hands-on in everything I do. So trying to get internship is next. You know, I want to, my end goal is to work with an NFL team, right? NBA team doing with their marketing department. So the end goal is bigger and better. Everything, you know, everything is the elevator step. So, you know, that's what's next for Kasy. Just being blessed, like whatever God blessed me with, what's gonna be next. I don't know what the future holds, but I just know, you know, I'm just grateful that at least just to come this far because I know how many people, you know, are back home who didn't go to college or who are stuck at home. So I don't really know what is next, but whatever is next, I'm just excited for.
And also, you were recently nominated for the HBCU Buzz Top 5 Host. How did that feel?
That was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It was not a real feeling because I remember just being on Instagram and when HBCU Buzz DM'd me, I really didn't know what it was about because I was confused. I seen a few people at the school nominate me, but I'm like, they go based off of big schools. They're not looking at this.
Small schools.
So when they DM'd me and they asked me my picture, and I was like, oh my gosh. But it was a great feeling. And even though I didn't win, I still felt good to even be nominated because people don't know how hard that is to even be nominated on HBCU Buzz for anything.
It is hard.
It's very hard. And then the way it works, I wasn't even disappointed of like not winning. I wasn't even sad about winning because of the fact the schools that you're up against. You got NCAT, you got FAM, you got these big schools, you got Southern, you got so many big schools. And the way that it works, because it goes on a percentage. So it's not by every vote. So it goes on like, I guess when you click on there, so it's not going to tell you how many people vote for me. So if it's 20 of us on there throughout all, like the 100%, it's going to be split up through all of those people. So every time somebody clicks, it's going to go up. So maybe the first person, they've already had people voting since the thing and y'all. I didn't even post it till like the day after because I was like, girl, I'm not gonna win this. So when I started posting it, it wasn't really bringing up any percentage, so it doesn't tell you how many people voted. But it was fun. It was a fun little thing. I got to connect with some other HBCU hosts, and we followed each other. So I'm in the group meeting. I mean, not the group meeting, the DM chat for HBCU Buzz. So that just brought an open door just to be a part of that community. So it was fun overall. Like, and then we all know. It's kind of hard to vote on top HBCU hosts when other schools haven't seen you host. So that's why I didn't take no heart to it because it's like FAMU hasn't seen me host. I haven't seen a person that FAMU host. So it was just I've only seen certain people host. So that was that whole thing. But I'm still grateful for it.
Yeah, you absolutely deserve it.
Thank you.
I would like to tell you have done so much. For you to be so versatile. And very much like the type of person that people see, you definitely do deserve your flowers. So I am going to give it to you because with you being an HBCU host, a student, content creator, now Delta woman, let's add that to the resume. Let's add that. With you being here, it has been such an honor watching you, and of course, an honor interviewing you. Like this is more than an interview. Like this is a conversation. Like, like you don't even see this. Like I ain't gonna cry, y'all, but. It's so deserving to have somebody like you on here just sharing your story because we do need to hear more people from your perspective. And so I thank you so much for being on here and thank you for being so versatile and so open and welcoming to me and for those who will be seeing this episode and knowing that nothing was off limits. I had to make sure I had to handle it correctly because with me being like a up and coming host, I had to make sure that I made the space not only just safe, but safely vulnerable because we never know what anybody is going through. We never know what could trigger. So it's like I had to think. I was shocked my intro ate, y'all. I was in my room like, what was it?
Ate down, like ate down. And I literally told her, I was on pretext for like nothing off limits. I just told her off the dome like, nothing is off limits. Ask anything because that's just how I'm a real honest person. I can't say nothing. If I sit up here and lie half about the stuff, y'all gonna already know it's not true. So I just commend you for doing everything you're doing, you know, with your podcast and many blessings. And y'all gotta stay tuned for the rest of the week.
Yes.
Homecoming special. And I know she gonna make this intro something to edit and to promote, and it's gonna be tea, okay, y'all? I'm talking about this video gonna be tea.
And it's the first one.
It is.
It's the first one.
I'm so excited, y'all. Like, I'm very, very excited. I can't wait to see her podcast grow from this. And just, you know, grow and develop.
Yeah.
You know, she get her own studio. She gonna be dope.
Don't put that
She gonna be dope.
I'm in this process of looking a little bit.
But you don't need to right now.
Not right.
Yeah, you
not
know
right
what you're doing. So I definitely want to say thank you for even.
Thank you. Like, thank you for being on here. Like, it's an honor and a privilege and a blessing to have you on here. So with that being said, y'all, the first episode of the FBSU Homecoming Special is a wrap. It's a wrap. But thank you guys so much for coming on from the American and Global Beauty League members. If you are not a part of the club, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms at the.amayakai. That's where it is. Also, make sure to leave a review, rate, and also let me know what I can improve on as a host, because it's more than just me being a host. It's about my guests. It's about my listeners. And also, if you or anyone is struggling with anything, do not hesitate to call 988, which is the mental health hotline. And also, my team and I are dedicated. And also, make sure to use the People's Princess hotline. So, if y'all ever need to talk about something, I can answer your questions live. And also, most importantly, this has been another amazing conversation right here on the People's Princess podcast, the only home for those intimate and intentional conversations, surely to make you feel like royalty, hosted by me, Amaya Kai, and with my lovely guest, Kasyana Bouie. And we will see y'all